Welcome to part 2 of unit rates as slopes. We can use slopes to compare unit rates. It can be done in a graph form, it can be done as an equation, and it can be done as a graph. And so for example 2, it says the equation y equals 2 and 75/100 x represents the rate in barrels per hour that oil is pumped from well A. The graph represents the rate that oil is pumped from well B, which pumped at a faster rate. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. One is you can just find the unit rate from each. And so this table here is using the y equals 2 and 75/100 x to solve. And so they plugged in for input the different hours and then to get their output. And so for 1 hour it was 2 and 75/100 of a barrel. 2 hours it was 5 and 5/10 of barrels. Then 3 it was 8 and 25/100, and for 4 it was 11 barrels. So what they did is they found the difference in the ordered pairs and found the barrels per hour. And so they took between 2 and 1, and they took 5.5 minus 2 3/4, and they got 2 3/4. And then 2 minus 1 is 1, and so they found that it's 2 and 75/75 barrels per hour, which is also their constant here. So we know that this is constant. In the graph, I can pick any 2 points. Let's see. There's one, and it looks like there's one. And so we're going to we can do rise over run, or we can do the formula. So I'm going to do change in y over change in x. And so these are going up by 2, so 2, 4. So this is at 4, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is 8 and 20. And I can find the difference between these 2 points. So using the change in y over change in x, I have 20 minus 10 over 8 minus 4. And that gives me 10 over 4. When I take 10 divided by 4, I get 2.5. So it's 2.5 barrels per hour. Now, when I'm trying to find out which one's faster, am I looking for a larger number or a smaller number? Okay, if you said larger, that is correct. So because 2.75 is larger than 2.5, so 2.75 is greater than 2.5, well A is at a faster rate than well B. Okay, let's do one. So the equation is y equals 375x represents the relationship between x, the time that a plane flies in hours, and y, the distance the plane flies in miles for plane A. The table represents the relationship for plane B. Find the slope of the graph for each plane and the plane's rate of speed. So this would be for plane A. So plane A, this is plane B, and plane A is y equals 375x. So we know that this plane A is flying 375 miles per hour. I see that, and remember, unit rate is by the 1. So this one is flying 425 miles per hour. We can find the difference just to double check, make sure it's staying the same, being constant. So 850 minus 425 over 2 minus 1. That's these two right here. And I get 425 over 1. So it's 425 miles per hour. I can test these two. 1700 minus 1275 over 4 minus 3, which is 1. And this is 425. So my unit rate for plane B is 425. Let's see, that's going miles per hour, ph. And this one is 375 miles per hour. So they want to know which one's flying faster. Is it plane A at 375 miles per hour or plane B at 425 miles per hour? And if you said plane B, you are correct. So plane B is faster. If you have any questions on how to find your unit rate, please check in with your teacher.